Dealing with tough financial times can be extremely stressful. When drowning in debt, bankruptcy may seem like the only option. Community engagement partner Taz Rajan from Bromwich and Smith is here now to explain why that isn't the case. Good afternoon, Taz.
Good afternoon. How are you today?
I am very well, Taz. And of course, we have something important to address, and that's the fact that people may not realize there's an alternative to bankruptcy, and that is a consumer proposal. What is a consumer proposal, and what are the benefits?
Absolutely. So a consumer proposal is a wonderful alternative to a bankruptcy. It is actually a negotiated settlement that has legally binding protection for the Canadian citizen. So the difference between a consumer proposal and a bankruptcy is in a consumer proposal, your assets do not have to vest with the trustee, so your assets are protected. It is a maximum of 5 years, but you can pay it off early. And the impact to your credit report is a little bit less than what you would see with a bankruptcy. Instead of an R9, it's an R7, and it remains on your credit report for 3 years from the day that you complete it, rather than, we'll talk about what the bankruptcy does. But, it's not like a marriage proposal. You call it a consumer proposal. It's not like a marriage proposal where maybe she'll say yes, maybe she'll say no. It is a forced settlement on the creditors. And I like to say it provides a legal shield. It's called a stay of proceedings. And that protects the Canadian citizen from their creditors calling, sending demand letters, putting it into collections or judgment or garnishing their wages.
Sure, because that obviously a scary situation when you're already stressed because of that. Now, you did mention that there is some damage to their credit report. So why take the step that would impact that?
It's a really great question, one that we get asked all the time. So quite often we tend to focus very much on our now rather than our future potential. And what we've got to remember is that a credit report actually is just a tool for credit lenders to assess risk of, lending out to a Canadian citizen. So, you could have the very best possible credit score and still not necessarily qualify for the best rates and terms. Maybe you haven't had credit history for long enough, or you don't have enough assets. The thing to keep in mind, though, is 2 years from when you are completed with your consumer proposal, you are able to qualify for best rates and terms.
Yeah, because jumping on that, basically what you're saying, can the consumer proposal actually help someone get credit then?
Well, it's interesting. In some ways, it can, because what a consumer proposal does is it shows this commitment to restructure, and usually it will lower your monthly payments. So quite often, that's one of the, any lender will look at 5 C's when they are looking at credit, and capacity is one of those C's. What is your capacity to pay this new loan back? So going into a consumer proposal increases your capacity by lowering your payments, and quite often it will help you qualify for something like a car loan. Now, the interest rate may be slightly higher, or you may need a cosigner or a guarantor. But yes, in many instances, signing into that consumer proposal can actually make that lending decision a more positive one.
So it opens some doors. We have about 20-30 seconds left. I just want to touch on the fact that bankruptcy, not a last resort, not the end of the world, and that it's important to seek help if you need it.
Absolutely.
And of course, they have the experts at Bromwich and Smith who are happy to assist you to navigate consumer proposals. Thank you so much, Taz. We really appreciate your expertise.
Thank you.